Times, they are changing, sang Bob Dylan in 1964. That holds true in today's Iran. Vastly different from what it was just a few years ago. The nuclear deal with the West and the lifting of sanctions have broken down boundaries. And as is the case everywhere in the world, artists are reflecting the change, especially in capital Tehran, where the gallery owners and artists alike say the air is freer than it's been in a long time. Expat artists are showing on home turf. Iran-based artists have survived harsh times and risen to global prominence. Mayami Chandani reports on Iran's booming contemporary art scene.
تو این نمایش 100% منتها شکل خیلی سطحی فکر میکنم نداره، یعنی فوری ما شاید نتونیم اینو با مسائل اجتماعیمون تطبیق بدیم، ولی همین مکعبایی که من کار کردم.
Mohammad Hossein Imad is one of Iran's most well-known sculptors. His latest work in wood is being showcased at Tehran's prominent Asar Gallery that was set up 17 years ago. Both the gallery and the artist have survived harsh political times and severe restrictions to rise to international prominence.
You can show nudity, you can show arts with very strong political accent, of course you can show that. But it's become better nowadays. It's become better. I don't know really what has changed, but you can feel it in the air.
Artists are a mirror of their times, the societies they live in, and the politics they are surrounded by, no matter which part of the world they live in. And Iran is, of course, no different. Small new galleries have been cropping up every day in Tehran's downtown cultural hub, reflecting the desires of a society governed by rigid religious constructs to push boundaries.
Down the road at the Aran Gallery, Hura Zarbaf, a post-revolution child unlike Imad, is holding her first solo exhibition, inspired by her grandmother's life in 20th century Iran.
No matter how crazy it's happening outside, there is also always this, inner self in seclusion and having to deal with daily routine mundanes, and it's always going to remain the same.
Nazila Noibashari, who runs Aran, says her family thought she was crazy to open a gallery during the previous Ahmadinejad regime.
Nothing in Iran is unpolitical, I would say, because politics is our life. There's simple pieces that you look at and you think, no. But then, yes, everyone in Iranian civil society is very brave to rise above their own limitations and limitations that society or the government creates. But it's a choice at the end of the day. You can go into the street and shout, or you can try and be critical, try to change things little by little.
Orkide Darudi at the newly opened Gallery O is showing paintings by Berlin-based Iranian expat Ali Nasser, one of Iran's biggest names in the international art world.
In his previous work, you could see a lot more violence, you could see a lot that could be more closely related to Iran.
Iran today is significantly different from what it was even 2 years ago. The government has changed, a nuclear deal with the West has allowed more travel to and from the country, and the lifting of sanctions is opening up the economy.
It's sort of like this dark clouds have lifted off, and we can look into future now. I'm very optimistic in general because I need to be.
With Arif Radhu, Mayami Chandani, NDTV.